G'day mate, we just arrived in Australia. We are in Kangaroo Valley and we're excited to be working with Dan over the weekend. G'day mate, we just arrived in Australia today, or yesterday, and we're gonna work with Dan O'Day the next couple of days. Dan.
We're out in the outback here in Australia, mate, and we're in the middle of a cicada bloom. Hey mate, we just arrived in Australia. We're going to be working with Dan O'Day this weekend, and we're really looking forward to having a good time here in Kangaroo Valley.
We had a packed schedule during our time with Dan. We were lucky enough to watch him shoot a wedding. Then we spent a day with him capturing images of a lovely couple in some stunning locations. So we are at the final location for today. We went to the water and shot from a bridge down on a riverside. We went to a hilltop and did an amazing view over Kangaroo Valley. And now we're back in the forest and getting some nice shots. We're coming to the end of our time in Australia, but before we leave, we've got one final shoot in Dan's hometown of Canberra. He's got ambitious plans for the day, which include shooting in 4 different locations. We started in Lake George, which is dried out at the moment, as you can see. We then moved on to a location that has a great view over Canberra. Dan used a derelict house as his backdrop, and we even had time to ask him how he makes his images stand out. Here's his advice.
So we're right in the middle of a shoot right now. We're up at Mount Stromlo in Canberra, and we're in an abandoned property. In the last few years I've picked up a few things that have helped me make my shoots a lot easier with my couples. First of all, I scout. I spend a lot of time driving around. Shooting on location for me is what I do. I shoot natural light. Interesting locations always set me apart, and I try to always never slack off on the search for those. And I think another thing is making your couples relax. It's super important. There was a section in there when we were shooting and things were getting a little bit stiff, and so I thought I'd bring up Brendan's beard and his beard maintenance, and that got a laugh out of him and out of Rose, and he talked us through it in great detail of how he maintains the beard. I often just find little talking points that help them relax, or just trigger a memory back to a spot where they may be happy, or a point of interest that may sort of strike some humour. So, you know, even if I'm the centre of that humour, which is often is the case. Another thing I think is not spending too long in one spot. So I think once you've got it, you've got it. It's knowing when you've got it and having confidence in it. If you just take the time every now and then to look at the back of the camera, if you're shooting digital, zoom in, you know, you've nailed it. You know, sometimes we get stuck shooting something over and over again because it looks good. It looks good, it still looks good, it's still looking good, it's still looking good. I'm shooting it, I don't know why, because it just still looks good. And often you would have got it on the 2nd or 3rd frame. So yeah, I mean, those 3 things that I live by, they're really simple rules, but they're fundamentals. It's that easy. Just tick all those boxes and boom, before you know it, you've made it. You sleep on bed made out of Benjamins. My bed's made out of Benjamins. It doesn't help me, I'm in Australia, but.
This is the last day of shooting. Dan O'Day is right in there in the sheep shed, also used for weddings, and doing his forever shoot. I think they're just about to get started, so let's go in and have a look.
So basically I tell them to bring a few different options, so usually about 3 outfit changes. I also just say to them, just bear in mind, just have to think about, like, you know, they've got to look at the photos 5 years from now. Do they want it to be representative over time, or do they want it to be timeless? Which is really hard to gauge. I think most people just want to represent where they're at in their life right now. Another thing that I do is I say to them, no big brand names.
yeah, I don't like words on clothing. Generally I just let people just work it out. And if every now and then they come across and their clothes are hideous, then their clothes are hideous and you win some, you lose some.
The sun has now gone down and Dan got some great stuff in there, but that still doesn't mean we're finished for the day. Dan has hired a cherry picker for one final shot, and he's going to use his car headlights to illuminate the scene. It's been a long day, but well worth the effort. Next stop, Sydney.
Today's our last day in Australia. We had an awesome time. Got to hang out with my friend Dan O'Day. We got to see the countryside, we got to see kangaroos, we got to see the city. This trip was a lot of fun, and I'll remember it for a long time as being a great experience, and got to play with new toys, meet new people, see new things, and you couldn't really ask for anything better on an adventure like this.
We're leaving Sydney today, heading for a 38-hour trip back home to snowy, cold, rainful Copenhagen. See you in Denmark. Can I say I'm feeling a bit sad for going home? Yeah. Okay.
You name it. It was everything we'd hoped it would be and then some.
Love this bit just here.
Your hair looks great, Dan.
Yeah.